evening. I would like to start off talking about whispers. I'm sure we've all had whispers. You hear a whispering. You could be just sitting in a chair reading a book, washing dishes, cleaning the house, or just in your quiet moments where you just try to sit and relax. I started hearing these whispers pretty frequently about 5 years ago, and I kind of thought I was going off the deep end. They wasn't really strong whispers, they were faint, but yet it made me sit up and pay attention. And I'm thinking, who is that and what are they saying? So I just try to shake it off, and I go on about what I'm doing, and there it is again. It's like it's just really trying to get my attention. I'll just let you in on something. My beliefs is that everything is alive. We were created by our Heavenly Father, and He in turn gave us talents. We all have so many talents, some more than others. Some of us use them, some of us don't. I believe the chair I'm sitting in has feelings. It's alive. The walls have ears, if you've heard that before. A table, a lamp, a vase, inanimate objects everywhere in your house. Somebody, somewhere, has made that with their own hands. So you see, that's a creation, and if you touch something, you're bound to leave energy. You're bound to leave your impact, or your input, or something from you is going to be attached to that object. So in my thoughts is that everything around you is alive. No, tables don't get up and dance and jump around, and your table says, "Don't put the cup of coffee on me," or "Hey, look at me, I'm pretty." I don't mean it that way. I don't know if you know what I'm really trying to say, but that's my belief, that everything is alive. And we should treat everything with respect, and everybody with respect, for that matter. Human beings so much sometimes are just so mean and uncaring toward others and other people's property or things, or they just don't care as long as if it's all about them. I'm kind of getting off track. Well, back to what I'm saying. I am a Barbie doll collector. I've been collecting Barbies for quite a few years. Started out with buying my daughter her doll, and of course mother and daughters always bond with your Barbies, you know. And as years went by and time lapsed, it became a really fun hobby. I tried to get as many Barbies as I could, from, you know, the all around the world Barbies to movie star Barbies to just the old first Ken and Barbie back in a 59 and 60 Barbie. They sure have come a long way since then. They're all shapes and sizes and different hair colors and eyes, and this is my hobby, and I love dolls. That's my favorite thing to do, is to go shopping and find a new doll. And the funny thing is, sometimes I'll just be walking in Toys R Us or Kmart or Walmart or whatever, and I'll be going up and down the aisles, and sometimes I don't see something that catches my eye, but sometimes the dog will talk to me. And this happened to me a couple of times, and I'm walking by and I'm thinking, there's nobody in this aisle but me. And the dog whispered, and I picked one up, and I said, hello, my name is Paris, take me home. Get me out of this box. I have a twin somewhere, I'm thinking. Okay, I've done flipped out. And I put the doll in my cart, and I went along and did some more shopping, and brought it home and put it amongst my other collections. I don't know if it was that one doll that started it or not. But eventually, as time went by and years went by, I'd hear little whispers like, hey, take me off the shelf. I want to tell you my story. I have feelings, I have a life. And they would actually not verbally talk to me, but like mind telepathy. They would tell me their name and what they do and where they come from and how they got to where they was, and the sadness they had in their life, or somebody might have mistreated them or never once took them out of the box and let them come alive. And I told my daughter one night, I said, Chelsea's talking to me. She said, what? I said, Chelsea. You know the Barbie, Chelsea? She said, yeah. I said, well, she wants to get down, she wants to play, she wants to interact with the rest of the Barbies. So, this began to be very happening a good bit. They all seen what one Barbie could do, and so they thought they would put their 2 cents in, and they would also talk to me to see if I responded to them. And lo and behold, I did. I would get maybe 5 or 6 Barbies and Kens, and my daughter would get 5 or 6, and they would interact with one another, and they had their own stories. And it's just like we held the dolls, but they did all the talking. And it was very interesting. Their personalities just jumped out and just made me love them that much more and respect them. And I just am amazed at how they picked me to whisper to. Didn't think I was special. Still don't think I'm special, but somebody thinks enough of me to talk to me. We all get lonely in our life, you know. I don't care how big of your family is, or how many siblings you got, or aunts and uncles, or cousins, or sometimes you just really feel like you could just crawl in a hole, like you're not being noticed. And that's how I feel the dolls feel. So I'm their outlet. I'm their outlet. I am their voice. And we get along so well. Sometimes I feel like I'm closer to my dolls than I am with my own family. But I didn't know if any of you has ever had an experience of anything like that. I'm just putting it out there. I will continue to have a site on Barbie Whispers. If you have any comments, please feel free to drop one in. I'll check it out. And remember, You're alive. Everything about you is alive. The trees, the wind, the water, the grass, everything. Don't take anything for granted. You may wish you hadn't. Signing off now. Bye-bye.